Good morning to the people in St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Westmoreland, Hanover, to those, the Southern Line parishes and the Western parishes.
And the eastern parishes as well that experienced or were impacted first. St. Thomas, Portland. Yeah, we were getting those calls, those messages, those images yesterday of the initial impact in Portland, in St. Thomas, St. Mary, in Hanover. And as the day went on and it got to about 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, Said, we began getting reports out of St. Elizabeth. And then at a point, it just went dead. We stopped getting information out of St. Elizabeth, tried to call people, weren't getting them. And then waking up this morning, a lot of the messages that we have been receiving, it seems St. Elizabeth, the southern sections of St. Elizabeth, southwest, southeast, was dealt quite the blow from Hurricane Beryl. I think it was about 6 o'clock last evening when the eye of Beryl was passing or was located in Alligator Pond, which is the southern section of Manchester. And the Met Office had said that St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon would be feeling continuous impact from Beryl at that time yesterday for another 6 to 12 hours. And this morning, we are getting those reports that St. Elizabeth had quite the impact. I did see a post
South St.
from
Elizabeth, it seems,
South St.
specifically.
Elizabeth. I did see a post, Said, from the Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, and his post said, "From all the reports I have received, we have taken a most devastating blow in St. Elizabeth from Hurricane Beryl." He said significant numbers of roofs being lost, houses destroyed, trees uprooted, light poles down, almost all roads are impassable. He said it's going to be an extremely long night. So that was last night. We're getting reports this morning. I see Tiny K. White here on X, formerly Twitter, saying, "Southeast St. Elizabeth got it full blast. My roof is gone. My aunt's roof is gone. My uncle's roof is gone. My other uncle's roof is gone. And I can only imagine all the others gone in my community of Bull Savannah in St. Elizabeth." But she says, positive side, we have life. And another one here, Vila Banton, saying Kingston is not Jamaica, guys. She says, or he says, some parts of St. Catherine, Clarendon, Mandeville, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland likely to face much more of Beryl than us. Keep them in mind. I did see Gordon Robinson posting as well last night at 10:12 p.m. saying St. Elizabeth is going to need special attention in the days and weeks ahead because it suffered a direct hit by the eye wall. It felt the full fury of the hurricane. Reported damage is widespread and devastating. Another from Dana here on Twitter says, please keep St. Elizabeth in your prayers. Many of us haven't heard from our families yet. We've heard or seen, though, the devastation. And Samara South, one of my former peers, went to Hampton together. She says, help us to pray for our families in St. Elizabeth. We haven't heard anything for hours. And the last thing was a call. Some people said their roof was gone and trees and poles are down everywhere. That was 5:27 yesterday.
And I know for a lot of persons who are in Kingston and St. Andrew, they're actually waiting for the go-ahead to head over to that side of the country to their family members to offer any sort of assistance they can. And we've lost 2 lives. Presumably one, the young man who was washed away in the gully in that community, Arnett Gardens, and the woman who the tree fell on her house, and from all reports, she passed. May their souls rest in peace, and we certainly offer our greatest of condolences to their families.
Yeah.
You know, that guy, apparently they were playing football and went in after the ball in the gully. And I saw a lot of persons, Tana, who they were a bit cold to say, I'm stupid and them not go waste on condolences. Very gripe things to say. I mean, a life is a life. However it's lost, a life is a life. And my condolences to his family members, friends, and members of the community,
Yeah.
because it cannot be easy.
I agree with
And
you.
for those who their roof is gone, I saw somebody on X, formerly Twitter, saying her uncle's roof is gone, her aunt's roof is gone, her parents' roof is gone. Again from South St. Elizabeth. We're praying for you, and we hope and we will continue to call for any and all assistance that you could get at this point in time.
Yeah. And we await word, Said, in relation to the young man who was playing football and got washed away. I know that first responders were doing everything that they could possibly do to try to find him. We still hope that he is found alive. But indeed, our condolences to the families of the lady who the tree fell on her home and she unfortunately died. We are seeing some images too of schools, their auditoriums, as well as other buildings on their compounds that have been destroyed. I just got some images too of Black River Primary School. The roof lifted and just placed flat there in the parking lot. So that's at least one school, that section of St. Elizabeth, that the roof has lifted and completely lifted, it seems, based on the images that I'm getting. We heard yesterday too from the mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, who was saying that some of the high schools in his division there in Mandeville, the auditorium, the roof lifted as well. I see somebody reminding us too about the airport, which we've been reporting on since yesterday. A section of Norman Manley International Airport roof gone as well. I've gotten some reports
jet bridge
out,
as well.
and the jet bridge. I've gotten some reports out of my community there in Rosal in St. Elizabeth, where small businesses, the roofs have lifted and gone. Persons had to seek refuge at family members last night too because their roofs went. So others had to seek assistance from neighbors. So a lot of people have lost their roofs. Yeah.
And for those of you who are trying to call persons in St. Elizabeth, Manchester, more than likely it's the case where the cell towers are not working properly right now. So that is why you might not be able to get certain calls. And even right across the island, really, you might have difficulty making calls. I had some difficulty yesterday checking on some family members, but after a while, a text message would go through. So try that option, but certainly
just stay calm and be a little patient. I know in these circumstances you're getting quite anxious, but try as much as possible to stay calm, because 65% of the country that's powered by GPS were without electricity. So it's fair to reason that some people, their phones are dead. They're not able to charge their phones, and perhaps that's why you can't get to them. So as soon as they have gotten electricity and are able to charge their phones, they'll reach out to you, or you'll be able to reach out to them and get them. So just try to stay calm. I know a lot of people on social media and in their other WhatsApp chats are saying they're worried because they can't get to their family members in some of these areas that are reported to be the worst affected, like South St. Elizabeth and places out there in St. Thomas and Portland and elsewhere.
Yeah.
But just try to stay calm.
Absolutely, yeah. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, I should answer it. The sun seems to be peeping out a bit. Still want to urge you to be safe. Still want to urge caution in what you do. You put onion in it, Simone? Not hearing her. She's not hearing me. But anyways,
You're seeking about your breakfast.
yeah, you have to start out the breakfast same way. I ate so much food over the one day. Yeah, it's like we just sit down and look at it every time I feel peckish. No, curry chicken and white rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe hurry up and cook some rice too before like go, cause
Yeah.
I electric stove. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
lucky you. But
Um,
just urging everyone to be safe, people. The hurricane might have passed, but there might still be lingering debris and projectile missiles that could, in fact, harm you. That sometimes lodged, but not safely. So please, I'm urging you to proceed with caution, and take a stock of what's happening in your environment as you move around. Please.
And just before we wrap up this segment, the information minister, she did put out a statement just before news time to give the island the latest to update the nation. And she indicated, Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, that the government has transitioned into assessment and response mode following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, which impacted the island yesterday. So light comes out this morning, and the government, first responders, the authorities get out there. You'll start to hear the full extent of the impact across the country from Hurricane Beryl, the impact on the agricultural sector, the impact domestic wise in terms of people's homes and businesses. You'll start to hear about that and start to see even more the images of what has taken place across the country to get a better understanding of the full extent of the damage. Yeah, but that's the What's on My Mind segment. We're going to put out our numbers again, just in case you want to call us, give us any updates. If it is that you need help in any way, our numbers 630-937-124, 630-937-124, and our digital line 618-8255.